Well, isn't that some of the smoothest main menu music you've ever heard in your life? Hello. It isn't enough that I'm playing one Lovecraftian game over the Christmas period, but now I'm going to play two. Because I just had I got a need, a desire to play this game again. This is Alone in the Dark remake. The third? I can't remember how many remakes there's been. There's been a few. I think it's the third now. But this came out earlier this year and really didn't do well in terms of sales or anything, which I think is very unfortunate because I really like this game. I think this game has a lot going on for itself. When it came out, I think the general consensus was, oh, that was released. The publisher didn't do a very good job advertising the game, in my opinion, and it kind of feels like they kind of just released it in the middle of, I think it was in the middle of spring, with no fanfare. No one knew it came out, and I think it got middling reviews, but I really like it, mostly because I'm a sucker for this kind of setting and story. So yeah, it's Christmas, that means I'm playing all the Lovecraft games. Well, this isn't Lovecraft, this is Lovecraftian. We'll get into that, as you can see. Right, yeah, you know what, let's just play on standard, why not? I'm gonna play on the old school, which means no hints and stuff, no extra things to help you through puzzles and stuff. I'm gonna play old school. So, this game has a lot going. Oh! Toad jump scare, just like in the original game. Ooh. Is that a caiman? Or is that just an alligator? But just to let you know, it's kind of a little bit different. Same basic idea, though. I can't help but think this shot. It's very Resident Evil 7.
So, your uncle. What's wrong with him?
He's possessed.
As in the devil?
Something like that. He says a dark man is following him.
Huh.
Watching him at all times.
What do you make of it?
It's nonsense, of course. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't bother me. You see, it runs in my family.
Possession?
No, detective. Deteriorating melancholy.
Ah, is that what it's called?
Practically every member of the Hartwood family is driven mad before they grow old.
Probably look into that. This is just very also like True Detective and stuff too.
Jeremy didn't kill himself. Is that why he's at your setup?
Despite being convinced that he is truly possessed, he decided to put his last chips on Dr. Gray and his psychoanalysis, figuring he might stumble upon some cure.
And so why are we here?
The letter.
I received a disturbing letter from Jeremy accusing the staff and all the other patients of being involved in some cult. And now they are also out to get him.
Could it be real? Or is it all just in his head?
That's the main question.
It's a story he tells himself, Mr. Carnby. Anything to avoid the truth.
Which is?
That we're all terribly insignificant. That people mean so very little to one another. That there is no one out to get Jeremy Hartwood because he isn't worth getting.
Here we are.
So there's a kind of delusions of grandeur in a way. He thinks he's so important that of course they're after me because I'm an important person, because deep down maybe he realizes that he isn't important as she says insignificant.
I want to make sure he's all right.
Then what's my part in this? You couldn't get a cab?
I just wouldn't feel safe going alone.
So part of you believes what he says then, surely. Interesting.
Did you bring a gun?
Yeah. You think it'll actually come to that?
No. But you might need to wave it around depending on how agreeable the staff will be.
Okay, good.
What exactly are we gonna do when we find Jeremy?
Get you a better tie.
No. Let's just find him first.
And just like in the original game, we get to choose our main character. So we can have Emily Hartwood, who's played by Jodie Comer, or we can have Edward Carnby, who's played by David Harbour. I think for this one, I think I'll go with Edward, because I remember his story being, I don't know, there's some fun stuff going on there. So we'll go with Edward. And yes, Resident Evil stole that from Alone in the Dark, amongst a bunch of other stuff.
Hello?
Well, no answer, might as well go home.
Hello?
Looks abandoned.
It can't be. There has to be someone around.
Wait here. I'll go around back.
Time some good old beanie. Well, the door's open. Is it technically breaking and entering? I think it's just entering. Some good old-fashioned E. Chapter 1. Significance of the typewriter? Who knows? Alright. What if we just leave, though? Damn it. All horror games should give you the option of immediately leaving. Alright, look for a way inside the house. This is some sort of garage. This has got a big engine hanging from the ceiling for some reason. Not so dark, but we are alone, so it's living up to some of it so far. Ooh. Ah, that's so bright. It's got a lovely, I don't know how you'd call that. It's like a bluish white. It's very cold light. It's a good light. I like it.
Now what do we got here?
Flashlight, which is a clue. It's a good looking flashlight too. And a kitchen garden key. Alright. Ooh. That's a good flashlight. It actually illuminates the area. I know there's a lot of horror games you play where the flashlight is basically just a tiny little circle that you can barely see anything with, but that's a good flashlight. Look how bright it is. That's real good. I'm a fan of that. Not sure how he's turning it on and off with his telepathy power though, I guess. Alright, let's continue on. Anything in here? Surprised I can go in here? Nah. So they used to have, obviously this place is old because they have stables. They used to have horses at some point. I don't know if they still do. Obviously they converted this place into a garage, but was stables at some point, which gives you an indication how old this place might have been. Ooh. I missed the rats. Come back, rat friends. Okay, never mind. We don't need rat friends. Kitchen garden key. Nice. Easy. I really like dedicated opening animations like that. It helps set a pace to the game, which is quite nice. Ooh. Pistol bullets. Also, I like the... Obviously, they're going for... Because of the time period, they're going for an Art Deco, Art Nouveau style with the HUD. But I like how all the items are illustrated and stuff. And you've also got this ink effect, which kind of goes into the whole psychiatry thing. It's matching up with Rorschach tests and stuff. It's a good... There's eyes peeking out from that barrel. Are you friend-shaped? Whatever it is, it lives in the deepest, darkest blackness. Come on, small friend. That wasn't a sound that an animal should make. Okay, let's go. Ooh, oh. Lovely garden, though.
Nah, I'm not getting in there.
Well, chain door. Not locked, but chained. I have a feeling, considering this is a horror game, and survival horror game at that, I have a feeling we might be able to find some bolt cutters in this. There's so much detail in this game. It really is a shame that not many people played it and it didn't do well because basically I think a month after the game came out, I'm pretty sure the studio who made it were disbanded. And it's just kind of like, oh man, that sucks. Because I feel like they did a really good job with this. The game has its problems and we'll get into that later on, but I think this was actually a really good game. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, maybe, they actually recently reduced the price permanently. Which, maybe if they'd had it at that price to begin with, more people would have played it instead of it being full priced. It's hard to say. But, yeah. Ooh. That looks illuminated for some reason. Alright, there's something in the bucket. I have no idea what though. But, considering there is a hose running all the way there, we follow the hose back over here. Let's have a look down here. I can't interact with that. We'll have to keep in mind that that's there. Anything else going on around here? It's quite peaceful now, which is nice. Ooh.
That's one big tree to fit inside a conservatory.
Could be that they built the conservatory around the tree. I can hear whispering. Well, that's peculiar.
Huh? What?
Oh, he can hear it too. So, in the original game, a tree does figure prominently in the end of the story. There's something. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to go into it. But there's a tree. So already this is. I mean, it's whispering, which is already highly suspicious. So, yeah. Something's going on there. Housekeeper's key. It's a key item. No hit. Yeah, oh, I completely forgot. I was talking about, the UI and stuff and how it's Art Deco, but they've also got...
The old plantation building was ready to fall, but kept alive by some starry-eyed carpetbagger called Dr. Gray.
Carpetbagger?
Seeing how the staff couldn't even be bothered with answering the door, Detective Comby figured they would just head inside and grab Jeremy. He just needed to open the front door for Emily first, so she could talk to her uncle.
Alright, that's our objective. I completely forgot that we have, like, objectives that are... A lot of the notes in the game is voice acted, which is super nice. Investigation. Ooh, we can look at our license. Edward Carnby, P.I. Louisiana State Board of Private Investigator Examiners. Lasting debt. Carnby, why am I hearing from Gloria Allen that you got some job at the loony bin? You better not be thinking of paying her off before me. I don't want to take you for a ride. So get me my money. I'll be at the Maccabeen all night if you score some dough. Obed Morton. I'm trying to remember if Obed is a name from the game. I'm thinking of Shadow over Innsmouth, because there's a character in that called Obed, but interesting. We've got a little backstory here. I like it when you start a game like this and your character already has notes and it kind of shows off a little bit of their backstory. It's very hard to miss though. But like I was saying before, this game has a ton of details, and it's actually, some of it's quite impressive. Ooh, I got a drink. Oh yes, I forgot that's how we heal. We heal by drinking alcohol. During the Prohibition era as well, terrible. Oh, well that looks downright comfortable right there. Nope, fake door. Okay. Alright, let's try this door down here. It is highly illuminated. which in video game terms that means it's the direction you're supposed to go. Alright. Find the front door and we'll let Emily inside. Why is this place so wet?
Don't mind if I do.
More alcohol? Good. Any other supplies or clues? Oh, right, it's a washroom. That makes sense. Ooh, they've even got one of those fancy washing machines. State-of-the-art technology, I think you'll find. Ooh, there's a rat friend. Ooh. Hang on, let me check this first. Oh, bullets. One bullet, worrying. Family Bible.
Every day your silence weighs a little heavier. It's been a difficult year for everyone, and many have lost all hope. I read in the papers about people suffering. Pictures of dust-covered landscapes without a drop of water.
A dust bowl.
I wish I knew if you were still tending the earth, or if you had turned your back against us.
Oh, she's talking to God.
I have started to look for help elsewhere. I pray you will tell me if I am going down a path that you find disagreeable. With help from Baptiste and Charlotte, I found comfort in the practice of the voodoo.
The voodoo?
I've
The
long
voodoo.
been skeptical of that Caribbean cult, but
It's not Caribbean.
it's been of good use to me.
Voodoo is European.
Seems all harmless in my book. I say some words dreamt up by the Creoles, and I carry around a small pocket of gree-gree.
Who doesn't?
Nothing of this is mentioned in the Bible, of course, but the French Quarter priestess tells me it's all connected. She says the Christian God is just one more perspective on the creator of things. That's what I like to think, but the other way around. That the spirits of her faith are just aspects of you. our
Whatever you need to
Heavenly Father.
justify it.
I am so grateful for the words you gave Mr. Hartwood. We will sing your praises at St. John's Eve. The world will be blessed soon again. Only the sacrifices of the Old Testament compare to your demands. Let it be the truth. A mother of earth, wood, and dirt. A mother of 1,000 young.
Sacred sand, $1. Black cat oil, $1.50. Devil shoestrings, $0.25. That makes $2.75, madame.
What was that you were telling the doctor? A goat without horns. What does that mean?
Ah, you must have misheard me, madame. I said no such thing.
Please, I know I don't look like any of you, but I'm devout. I'm ready to do what it takes.
Do not be so eager to sacrifice the few things you have left, madame. Now please, leave my store.
A goat without horns.
Well, that was a lot of information. So, where do we even start? Also, I really appreciate this, all the letters are voice acted, but the fact that there was a little bit of extra stuff there is very interesting. There's just a little bit of dialogue there that isn't included in the letter, but is part of the scene, I guess? Where do I even start with this? Well, so she's been introduced to, like, she talks about voodoo, but I don't think it's voodoo. This doesn't sound like voodoo. And yeah, a lot of what voodoo, especially voodoo dolls, I think are European. A lot of European stuff was brought over, obviously, with the colonizers, and they were integrated into the culture of the Caribbean. But a lot of what people regard as voodoo is actually from Europe, especially like voodoo dolls and stuff. But she, obviously a devout woman, but desperate enough to seek solace elsewhere. Apparently with help from Baptiste and Charlotte. So she's looking for God in any kind of way, because maybe she's looking out at the world, she's seeing the Dust Bowl, and she's trying to figure a way of how do we justify what's happening to people if there is a God. So she's looking out, and obviously when the land is grown and fertile, you go for fertility gods and gods of Mother Earth, wood and dirt. That's the kind of gods you want to look for. She's trying to justify that idolatry and blasphemy by saying, "Oh no, it's still God, but it's just a different part." Yeah. Sure. The more interesting part is Mother of 1,000 Young. Now, if you are knowledgeable in any kind of Lovecraftian deity, you'll recognize that as one of the many names of Shub-Niggurath, which is, yeah, it's worshipped as a fertility goddess. It's a whole thing. So that is a nice little kind of subtle Lovecraftian thing. If you're not really up on your Lovecraft, you won't really know that, but if you're like me and have read it, it's like, oh, that's Shub-Niggurath. We haven't mentioned her by name, but, yeah. A goat without horns. Ooh. Ooh. That's a nice kitchen. See if there's anything to eat. No, oh, bullets, don't eat those. Did that door just shut? No. Maybe it did. Oh. Did that door open? Oh god. Okay, the game's already fucking with me. Okay, no, it's fine. The doors close on them by themselves. It's fine. Ew. Ooh, treasure chest. Ah, more drink. If the cops find me with all this alcohol, they're gonna arrest me. Ew. Okay, here's the question though. Can I knock this? Oh! It jiggles! Again, this game has amazing attention to detail. Also, that is fresh. If that is jiggling like that, that is just been slaughtered. Ew. Also, good texture work. I used to work in the meat packing industry, I guess you'd call it. That's pretty accurate. Very floppy. What's this? Rat poison, which is a langanape. Squeal no more, rat and vermin killer. So we have our page of collectibles. Forbidden knowledge. Secret objective. Forbidden knowledge. So we need to be on the lookout for all this stuff. They will unlock... Oh!
What was that?
Langanapes are non-essential items that you can find throughout the game. Completing sets will uncover forbidden knowledge, and sometimes even more. They carry over from game to game. Some sets can't be completed without playing both Carnby's and Emily's campaign. So there you go, it helps to play as both characters if you want the full collection. Why are there handgun bullets in the fridge? You know, I'm not much of a firearms expert. I didn't realize you needed to keep them fresh. Why is the game giving me so much ammo? I'm worried. Oh, did this open? I guess so. Ooh. Nice. Again, I'll keep saying it, but the attention to detail in this game is kind of amazing, actually. So many bullets. It's almost like the game's prepping me for something. God, I love that flashlight. I've played so many horror games that I'm allowed to say that without irony. I love that flashlight. Ooh. Ah, the boiler room. What's this? Sabotage.
Please do not touch the boiler. It is working after all. While the sabotage has caused a leak, only the decorative plate has been completely ruined.
Oh.
Let's wait for Mr. Chance to turn up and he can take a look at the leak. Mr. Waits.
Thank you, Tom Waits. Nice penmanship. Alright, why would someone sabotage the boiler? I agree.
That doesn't look safe.
No. Alright, we're not getting through there. Anyway, we're supposed to be opening the front door. This is we're getting off track here. Is this the way? Yeah, okay, that goes up there. I know I just said we're getting off track, but I want to spend some time, looking around. Okay, cellar, this is where we keep all the perishable stuff. What the? Oh, it's a chain. Ooh. Are we gonna have more fridge bullets? Oh, nothing.
I need a key.
Alright. We can't get through there. We need a specific key for that. Ooh, evidence. Streetcar ticket. Paul Waits. Oh, it's not Tom Waits. Paul Waits. The Crescent City. Alright. Good incentive to keep your players exploring when you offer them collectibles like that. Especially if collecting those collectibles nets you some more stuff, including information and other things. Right. Let's get that front door open, if we can. Nope, locked. What's that? A magazine of literature and fine arts, Opus. Well concerned why there looks to be... Is that a servitor skull? Kinda looks like one. Nope. So many friends in this game. Ooh, toilet bullets. The mirror. No, that's not how mirrors work. It's showing the back of the character. What is on the toilet? Marvelous science. Some good toilet reading. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff to interact with. Hold on. Oh, that's a lot. Oh. This must be the maid's room. Or maybe is that a nurse uniform? Kinda looks like a maid, kinda looks like a nurse. Lottie's diary.
Sunday, June 22nd. I spent all day looking for Jeremy.
Oh.
I should have cared for the others, but I'm scared that he will do something irreversible. Cassandra is upset that I didn't give her the latest shipment of pain medication that Waits brought from the post office yesterday. I would have given it to her, but the company didn't send a new key this time around, so the box is just sitting there on my desk. They must have figured we had plenty of their gimmicky keys by now. I only remember seeing one lately. Grace was playing with it inside the grand parlor.
Alright,
Unless
that's a
it
clue.
turns up by itself, it will have to wait. I have to figure out where Jeremy is. I think Jack knew something. That dog of his found a strange rot permeating the house.
Rot.
She's showing us, he said. Like those blots and streaks of fetid rot was talking to him.
Okay then. So whatever goddess that they're trying to worship or worshipping is sending a rot throughout the house? That doesn't seem like a divine miracle. That sounds like the opposite. Alright, so there's a medicine box, and apparently they have one. Someone had it in the main parlor. So we'll come back here later. Ooh, a map. Dersetto floor plans. Alright. Ah, orderly. So, yeah, it's a kind of nurse's room. Ooh, so many puzzles. Mezzanine. Grand parlor. Alright, so just like in Resident Evil, they've taken the concept of color coding the map. So blue means there's nothing left in there to collect. Red means there's stuff in there that we still need to pick up. Oh, Yazaki. Nice. Look how good that looks. The fact that they took the time to render. It's not even a 3D model. That is a drawing someone has made. That's so cool. Okay. So much effort went into this game, and it really, really sucks that no one bought it. Well, some people bought it, but it clearly didn't do enough. It sucks, man. But that's what happens when your publisher sends your game out to die in the middle of spring instead of releasing it on a timely, like, or even advertising. I suppose if it came out in October, it would have been running up against Silent Hill 2, and it definitely wouldn't have won.
I need the key.
Not that key, though. Oh, I wonder if they'll do it. So occasionally, if you stand next to the banister, the character will actually put their hand on the banister as they walk up. No, not this time. Damn.
It's wedged shut.
Alright, we need something to give that out then. There we go. Look how cool that is. I can't think of any other game that has a character put their hand on a banister like that if they're standing next to it. How cool is that? Man. Again, this game has so much great detail to it. It's a shame.
Important.
Private, no entry. Okay. It's a shame no one played it. Because there's so much work and effort went into this game, and they just completely died almost on release, which really sucks, which is kind of why I'm playing it now. Although, to be honest, unfortunately the studio was disbanded, so I'm not, maybe I should have played this when it came out. I don't know. Maybe I should have recorded it when it played out. I played it day one and I had a really good time. That's really, really red. Oh, also we're above the garden. Right, let's get on with it. Oop. Someone did a really bad job sweeping up. Oop, aha. We're both making impressed noises as we come through there. God, that flashlight's so good. Look at how much it illuminates. It's actually useful. Ooh, here we go. I think we found the front door.
Thanks.
What are you doing? Who are you?
Who are you?
Pardon me, excuse me. My name is Edward Carnby, private investigator. I hope you don't mind we let ourselves inside.
I do mind. This is private property. You can't just barge in here.
I'm sorry about all this, but I'm looking for my uncle. It's urgent, and no one was answering the door.
We can't hear you knocking anymore.
Hello, characters.
Who is your uncle, darling?
Jeremy. Am I right? She has that Hartwood gloom, doesn't she?
Ladies and gentlemen, the
That's
cast.
Right. I'm Emily Hartwood. I just came to make sure my uncle is all right.
Well, he is unavailable right now. You will have to come back another day.
Unavailable how? Is he sleeping? We can wait.
He's lost.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Who's your man again, Miss Hartwood?
My name's Edward Carnby, private investigator.
Splendid.
Enough! All of you, get back to your rooms. McCarthy, keep your eyes on the child. And you two, please leave immediately.
Look, we're not here to cause any trouble. Just
I am.
let us see the old man, satisfy the curiosity of my client here, and we'll be off.
Jeremy has gone missing. There's no need to worry, but it might be some time before he turns up.
Oh no,
Old
definitely
staff
worried.
Is looking for him.
What? He ran off?
I don't have time for any of this. Please, come back tomorrow.
All right, in that case, we'll just wait in his room. You don't mind, do you? It's upstairs, right?
Wait, you can't.
No,
Can and will.
Be discreet.
In the corridor. It's the first door on your left. I'll tell Dr. Gray you're here.
Excellent. Thank you, madam.
Ooh. Some very interesting stuff back there, but we'll ignore it for now. Oh.
All right. Here we are.
Let's look around. See if we can dig up any clues.
Oh. Alright. Let's look for clues. Oh, there's a lot of clues. Oh, hell. Whoa, the mirror kind of works. You know what? I wasn't expecting the mirror to... I think it's a bit janky. But you know what? They tried. They tried making an actual mirror. He's huge in the mirror, but never mind. Let's see. No, locked steamer trunk. Needs a key. Right. What's this? Ooh, a puzzle box. Lockbox. Looks like we need a plate. Oh, he's a sculptor. That desiccated skeleton thing? Is that a real sculpture? Because I'm pretty sure they used the same thing in Tormented Souls. Right? It looks so familiar. I think it might be the same statue. I wonder what that is based off then. Oh, I can talk to her.
Anything important I should look out for? Did he keep a diary?
Not that I know of, but it wouldn't surprise me.
That thing there? You mean the big diary? Nah, it's fine.
Quite the artist, your uncle. Paintings, sculptures. I don't know much about modern art, but he seems dedicated.
Jeremy is a fairly well-known landscape painter in New Orleans. You've probably seen more of his work than you realize.
Okay. Let's keep talking to her.
We should go talk to the doctor that the housekeeper mentioned.
Dr. Gray? I suppose. Let's just do a little more digging first, okay?
Sure, no rush.
Or any digging, for that matter. Private detective. Or, sorry, private investigator, I guess. How about we start with any digging? Okay, we've run out of... We've exhausted that. Let's have a look at this book now. Is this... Ooh, it's a commonplace book.
Every night the dark man stands opaque at the threshold of my room, counting the days until my spirit spills out of my tired shape. Only his pallid mask shelters my remaining sanity. Staring directly into the face of that demonic sultan would surely sunder time itself.
Demonic Sultan.
Would he have looked the same?
I think I know who it is.
As he struggled for his life. Does his veiled face haunt my niece quite the same way? I wish so that I could rest my soul in that sunburnt convent of Teruel. Would I find you there, Juan? Or Senora Perosi, back from the beyond?
Ah.
Every night I hide from him, moving from one misshapen memory to another. Scenes conjured out of fantasy and delirium. Places I struggle to even paint. I wish I understood your death, Senora. Is there anything I could do for you but bury you in that bleak necropolis? That triumphant chapel rising above the ledges and the oven vaults shall be your sepulchre, where you may rest, and I shall weep.
All right. The Dark Man, the Demon Sultan, moving from one misshapen memory to another. I think I might know who that is. Oop. Painted tile. That'll be for the box over there. A painted wooden tile. The motif suggests this being part of a larger picture. Probably right about that. Hang on a second. We should probably read through the rest of the book, really. Let's have a look at my clues. Commonplace book.
How did you first come to understand such things, Senora? How did you know that the battered boil in the basement would lead me to Lafayette Cemetery?
Oh.
Or how the old upstairs clock, with its astronomical motifs, would take me to that hateful mound outside of Claremont Harbor? Those are my memories, my past. Is there perhaps a chance, if ever so small, for me to see Teruel? Oh, I want that more than anything. Please, let my talisman take me there. Let me sit with Juan under his Bodhi tree. Despite having sold me that talisman, Miss Jackson, the voodoo priestess,
He
revealed
must be
none
nasty.
of her secrets to me. That's why I had to travel to Tonka. Instead, she cruelly told Baptiste, my caretaker, that he would be betrayed and killed in the most awful way. That the one he loved would pierce his thigh with a sharp spear, and that he would be devoured by his own mother. What a terrible thing to say.
That's a lot to take in for a young man. I'm assuming he's a young man.
The people of Deseto are becoming dangerous. They do not understand what they are doing. I must do something to stop them. I tried talking to Dr. Gray, but he confuses my worries. He's caught up in treating me. How can he expect evil to be cured with medicine?
What an idiot trying to treat me.
The orderlies, the housekeeper, and the patients are all deranged. They will
Maybe they're all
call upon
patients.
evil to enter this world. All will be lost. Everything. Unless I can find the clerk, Mr. Waite. He seems to be a clear-thinking man. Maybe Beauregard.
Always Beauregard. Always a sensible person. So we already knew that there was something weird going on with the everyone who lives in or works in Deseto. They mentioned before that Jeremy thinks they belong to some kind of cult. Obviously, there's more evidence they want to. They call evil to enter this world. All will be lost. Everything. Ooh.
The dark man offered me a prison, and I accepted.
That's Deseto.
I signed that miscarried contract and entered the dark pact. Everyone is safe, except for me.
Okay. Some kind of Faustian bargain going. You didn't sign the book, did you? You probably signed the book. But apparently he did it to save everyone? By the sounds of it, but he's damned himself in the process. And now we just have illustrations. Aha. Well, let's talk about this.
I found a book full of peculiar notes. Have you heard of something called Tarawea?
No. What's that?
I might be reading too much into this, but I think it's the place he wants to go to.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a clue.
Yeah. I'm a private investigator, so I know what clues are. Absolutely. Alright, let's do the puzzle. Painted tile piece. Alright. Now, how does this arrange exactly? Oh. Oh, this is, well, that's not difficult, is it? It's not a slide puzzle, you just take them out. There we go. Ooh.
Hey, you know anything about this? Looks like some sort of talisman.
Looks like a
No, I
pocket watch,
don't.
actually.
Oh, help me out here, will you?
I would kill the guy to throw some of this stuff out. I'd be crazy too if I had this much junk lying around.
You get frames where you can. Especially if you're a painter, you don't want to have to buy them.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That's striking. I want
Self-portrait.
to save this one.
Ooh. Reflection. Juan. He was talking about Juan in his commonplace diary. Okay.
All right. Come on. I want to go see Dr. Gray.
That seems to have affected Carnby in quite a drastic way.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming. Miss
Wait a
Harwood.
minute.
Emily?
What? Okay. Well,
What the hell is going on? Where am I?
we're not in Deseto anymore, that's for sure. You know what we haven't done? We haven't listened to the
Detective
objective scenes.
Conde couldn't believe his eyes. The French Quarter scene before him was dark and sinister. The only sign of life he could see from Jeremy's balcony was the light coming from a lone corner store.
Alright, that's where we gotta head next then. Alright, yeah. Maybe we should work our way down to that one corner store then. Ooh. So, this is still Jeremy's room, but we're in a completely different location altogether. No longer in Derceto. Ooh, nice cockroaches. And a picture of Jesus looking cut as ever. What is that noise? Go and grab the banister. Grab the banister, damn it. Alright, let's go out into the city streets then, apparently. Oh, hello. Now that doesn't look like your average citizen of New Orleans. I may be mistaken, I've never been. Whoa! Okay. Oh, he still got me. Oh, these things are tough. So yeah, we have a dodge, which is nice. Where did that other one go? One of the critiques I saw about this game was the combat's bad. The combat is fine. It's perfectly fine. It is what it needs to be. But I guess if you're not Dante from Devil May Cry, that means the combat's bad, according to some people. Where did the other one go? So like Resident Evil 2 remake and stuff, you can see that their crosshair doesn't fully focus unless we stand still. So, and if we move around, it comes apart, which I'm going to assume means it's less accurate or less damaging. Like, it doesn't have as much power behind it. So you want to be still and aiming before you take your shot to get maximum amount of damage, maybe. That's what they do in Resident Evil 2 Remake, anyway. If you would like to see me play Resident Evil 2 Remake, let me know. It's not Lovecraftian, but I'll play it. Ooh.
I can't go that way.
Yeah, but bullets. Alright. Gotta say, I really like this part of the game, where it's just nice and atmospheric, and you're just walking through this foggy town. And the streets, because the streets are like...
What the hell is going on?
It's a great question. It's kind of claustrophobic, even though we're out in the city streets. The streets themselves are so narrow, it's kind of claustrophobic in its own way. I can sprint! Gotta check the trash, though. Oop. Good trash boot. Oh no, I got too much drink. What was that? Alright, let's go into the store. Johnny the Conqueror. Why? Why would you let me do this? Roots and medicine. So kind of like a pharmacy or something. Oh, hello.
Don't let them get inside, Combear. They're not the good kind.
Okay.
Is this your store?
There are no owners here. We both strangers in Jeremy's store.
Jeremy did this. How?
The pact with the dog man. Jeremy warned us, but we didn't think much of it.
I'm Detective Edward Carnby. I was hired by Jeremy's niece to find him.
Oh, yeah? How much you paying you?
$150.
She's sure getting her money's worth tonight. Are you a thinking man, compare?
No.
Nah, not if I can help it.
You know, I think Jeremy's hiding in a way we can't find him. He has this juju necklace that guides him.
The talisman?
That's right. It's some magic charm he got from Miss Jackson down the street.
The voodoo priestess.
Everyone in this game's
You know
nasty.
surprising things, compare. Yeah, the Mama Loa. Here, take the key. I locked the gate to save her place from all the ghouls and goblins getting inside. Maybe if you go there, you can find some clues to show you the way.
Thanks. I'll have a look.
But why are you... Oh, well. He's helping me because he probably thinks I can find Jeremy, and they're probably after them too. Batiste's keys. It's got a lovely fleur-de-lis on there. Fleur-de-lis? Fleur-de-lis. So clearly, he's an Adeptus Sororitas player. Preserved reptile. A goat without horns. Leads to that mystery. Yeet. Alright, what's going on?
You want to come along?
Nah, I'm gonna stay here for a while.
Okay then.
Anything I can do for... Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Batiste. Just tell my sister Lottie I'm alright if you see her.
Alright. Now, we heard Batiste when we found that first letter in the Bible. Batiste and Lottie were the ones that showed that lady or introduced her to voodoo practices or something.
Alright, I'm heading out.
Be careful out there.
I'll try. It's nice of him to say that he's heading out, though. Alright, let's go back to the city streets then. Now, we can sneak. There is some stealth, but I've never really felt the need to use it outside of a couple of instances. Guess we'll go down this way. Whoa. What is that? Maybe stealth isn't such a bad idea after all. Yeah, let's stock up on those too. Items can be thrown at enemies or be used to distract them. RT to quickly throw the item. RT to aim. Oops. Alright. Right, which way do I want to go though? Let's see how it works first. Whoop. Whoops. No, it's fine. It distracted it enough. Damn it. I'm really bad at this. Oh, I've run out of things to throw. It's like it's like a corpse that's been bisected by maggots or something. Does it actually have a face or eyes it can see me with? It's not moving. Damn. Oh, I think it saw me. Well, so much for stealth. Ooh. That's not good. Quick reload. So these are enemies are a damn sight more interesting than the ones from the original game, which varied from chicken zombies, which I originally thought was a werewolf, but apparently it was a chicken zombie, which is bizarre, and just regular zombies, and fishmen later on in the game. Right, which way are we going? Probably can't go down this way. Nope. Ooh, check the trash. Oh, good. Why? What's any history buffs? Can you tell me why there's so many bullets in the trash bins of New Orleans? What's the lore? Is that an axe? Hold on. New Orleans is just a wild place, I guess. Good. Hatchet. Weapon. Reload my gun. There we go. Alright, got an axe. That should help out. We still have a gun though. We got plenty of ammo too, because I found tons around the SometimesaTom mansion, which was nice. Certainly going to make this a little bit easier. Oh. Some kind of sacrificial ritual going on here.
Oh.
Are those guts? Yep, those are guts. Give me those. Now, I don't know how well these things can see. Ooh, oh, hello. Oh, Molotov cocktail. Whoa. Oh, he's down. Alright, he must have taken damage from that Molotov. Right, where... There was another one somewhere. Where did you go? There it is. Is there another Molotov anywhere? Ooh. Oh, alright. Apparently I can only carry 26 bullets. Here we go. Oh, hey, it's one of those things. I can't remember what they're called, but they're in True Detective Season 1, so that's all we need to know. Alright, careful. Definitely think fire is the best way to deal with these things. Uh-oh. Oh, that texture on those maggot things is really cool, actually. It's got like a semi-transparency. Whoa! There we go. Obviously we can't see it now because I made them a bit crispy. But there's a really nice texture on that maggot. Which is something you... That's not something you hear a lot of on a YouTube Let's Play. Ooh, okay. Right, let's get out of here. Brick. Ooh. Okay, so we're dealing with half-exploded maggot people and people that look like the reanimated bodies covered in roots or something? Anyone else? What's this? Aha! Some good old-fashioned juju. More Crescent City stuff. Molotov. Might as well take that with me. Although... Nah, never mind. Oh! Can I set that on fire somehow? Not sure.
I recognize this place. It's Miss Jackson's seance parlor.
Oh.
Let's see if she's got any information on Jeremy's talisman.
So Carnby's been here before then.
He recognized this place. It was Miss Jackson's seance room. The last time he was here, he had been trying to figure out the significance of wasps' nests and horsehair wrapped up in red silk. An image of a dead woman stabbed with hat pins flashed inside his mind. Carnby shuddered. This was no time to dwell on the past. He needed to find out about the talisman and get back to Desetto.
Or then.
It's the talisman, like the one in the painting.
Alright, that was easy. Talisman. An old talisman shaped over the centuries, and the engraving on this the engraving of the numbers looks to be less than 100 years old, but the base could be from antiquity. The polished black sunstone in the middle has a glass finish and occasionally gives the impression of hiding a picture within itself. Don't have the key. Alright, so now we need to somehow use the talisman to get back to Desetto.
I think it's meant for the talisman.
That seems like a good idea. Okay, ooh. Right, so we have various dials.
I think it needs numbers, like coordinates. Maybe there's something in Jeremy's notes.
Uh-huh. Let's have a look at Jeremy's notes then. In his commonplace book. Or the talisman schematics might be a good thing to look at. Talisman with black sunstone, an ancient navigational tool found inside the Chenere, no idea, along the Bayou Tronque. The old grave was uncovered by all riggers and is said to have unleashed a vagabond devil that massacred its finders. 3 numbers needed to span a bridge between the shapes of dream and memory, according to Stern. Not where I want to be, but it's a star. 358. Alright, let's try 358 in whatever way we can. From the outside in. Oops. 3. 5. And then 8. There we go.
It's showing something. A place? Where is that?
Something with a damaged picture frame. Or a damaged painting, should I say. And that was literally behind me, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, now we just need to find... Oh. No, we're already here. But this door is now open.
Detective, I was wondering when you were going to show up.
Me
Mrs.
too.
Thompson told me you were here. I understand you are working for Jeremy Hartwood's niece.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean...
Just roll with the punches.
You're not wrong. We came here for her uncle. I just didn't expect... I didn't expect this. You are Dr. Gray, right?
That's right. You don't happen to have some identification, Detective?
I do,
I'm
actually.
not keen on having strangers prying into my business.
What is your business?
Oh, Detective Edward Carnby, Decatur Street, New Orleans.
New Orleans, please.
Enjoying the Vieux Carré, Detective? Those old French quarters, the voodoo people, the gangsters. I'm sure you live an exciting life.
Well, it's not quite like the stories, Doc. Just trying to make a living.
Aren't we all making a living? Well, welcome to Desetto, Detective. I hope your time here will be useful. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't trust him.
Why don't you tell me where I can find Jeremy Hartwood?
Why wouldn't that make for a short visit? I wish I could tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know. A drink, Detective?
Anything brandy.
Oh, you do belong in the French quarters, Detective. Armagnac or cognac?
Cognac.
You know, just give me the cheap stuff. I'm not much of a connoisseur.
Having low standards is not a virtue, Detective.
It's...
Let me see if I can broaden your perspective.
What can you tell me about Jeremy?
I wouldn't want to go into details about his condition. Doctor-patient confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Not even a little bit.
Sure, but he is crazy, and he's gone missing. Why?
Here, try this.
Why that glass? Do you not have tumblers around here?
Ooh, it's good. Got a bite?
It's called a sidecar. The trick is not to be afraid of the tartness of the lemon. Then, for goodness sake, don't overdo the triple sec.
I don't know if it's just me. I would definitely not drink something this guy handed to me.
What can you tell me about Jeremy?
Well, let me think. He is an anxious man, constantly worried about events not presenting themselves according to his model of predestination. He complains about things not being carried out in the right order, and that some things simply shouldn't be. Is any of this helpful to you?
Not really. I was hoping for some direction where to look next.
I'm sorry. I have nothing for you then. You should talk to my orderlies. They have been looking for him for a while now. I'm sure they would appreciate your help.
Yeah, I ran into Batiste earlier. Come to think of it, he might have given me a lead.
Oh, excellent. So your investigation is already underway.
Strange that you're letting me do this.
Go, but I'm sure we'll meet again.
Yeah, definitely drink all that.
Looking forward to it. Safe returns.
I don't trust him. Not even a little bit. So are we going to talk about...
Carnby,
oh.
Where did you go?
That's a great question.
I was just talking to Dr. Gray.
You disappeared.
Like, literally.
It's not what you think. Have you found anything strange going on here?
Yes. Everyone is being incredibly evasive, and I can't figure out why.
No, I mean something you can't explain. Paranormal, even.
Detective, I really need you to get yourself together. I can't do this alone.
Forget it. I'll figure it out.
Do you want to come see Dr. Gray?
No. I want to try something. With this talisman, I think I can follow Jeremy to the place he mentioned in the book. What was the name? Do you remember something Spanish? Tarawea. Yeah, that's where I need to go.
Detective, are you gonna be all right?
Bet she's regretting hiring this guy now.
Yeah, of course. Go talk to Dr. Gray. We'll rendezvous later.
Shoo. I've got dimension hopping to do. On that note, are we going to talk about the dimension hopping?
This talisman brought me back from the French Quarter in the blink of an eye. If Jeremy can travel so easily, then he could be hiding anywhere, even Tarawea. If he can do it, so can I. I just need to figure out how the talisman works.
But by the sounds of it, we weren't... From what I gathered from his commonplace book... Here we go here. Every night I hide from him, moving from one misshapen memory to another. Seems conjured out of fantasy and delirium. Places I struggle to even paint. How did you know that the battered boiler in the basement would lead me to Lafayette Cemetery, or how the old upstairs clock with its astronomical motifs would take me to that hateful mound outside of Claremont Harbor? Those are my memories, my past. So, seems like we're going through places that he's been in previously and he's remembering. Again, this being Lovecrafian, this feels kind of similar to the Dream Cycles and Dream Quest of Unknown Gaddafi and the Silver Key and stories like that. So we may not be going there physically, but we're going through some kind of representation of his memories or dreams.